Good afternoon. This is your New York Sports Machine news update. I'm Stephen Pearce here with
Alexander Fasano.
Now we got some topics we want to discuss this afternoon. The first thing is the recent acquisition of Michael Vick by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, this is kind of controversial. I know the backup quarterback broke his finger, and there have been a lot of, fan controversies about this. They're not really thinking that this is going to be the ideal situation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think about that?
Well, personally, I am a fan of Michael Vick. I know he's had a rough past in his previous years. He was in jail from 2006 to 2009. But he is still a talented quarterback.
Absolutely.
You look at Andy Reid gave him the opportunity to back up for Donovan McNabb in 2009 after he was released. And in 2010, he had the starting job for the Eagles and brought him to the NFC East title game. And they won. They won the East. He's still got a lot of energy in his legs. He still can produce with his arm. And I'll take you back. I went to the Steeler-Jets game in the Meadowlands, or MetLife Stadium, as some people call it, last year. And Vic tore us up. He beat us with his legs and his arm. Personally, I think he will do he will have a lot of benefit for us in this upcoming season to back up Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, absolutely. He brings a great deal of knowledge and wisdom that obviously Big Ben has, and I'm taking nothing of that away from him. But last year, mainly his role with the Jets in the beginning, it seemed that he was going to, serve as a mentor to Geno Smith. Geno Smith was going to be the guy. He's going to get the ball. Michael Vick would hop on a few drives. He's got really great vision. He's able to read everybody, read the passes really well. I mean, he's got those legs still that work pretty well, and he's able to read the field, make those runs. So do you think his role is to serve as a mentor for the younger guys on the Pittsburgh team, or do you think he's there to, be as equal part with Ben Roethlisberger?
I personally feel like he will definitely be a mentor to some of the younger guys, more specifically Landry Jones. He was their recent draft pick, and Vic is a perfect example for him as a backup to Ben. Ben will be doing his thing at the starting position, and Vic will be there to help when needed. And Landry Jones will definitely be watching Vic and learning from him, as well as a lot of the younger guys, just as a person, because Michael Vick has been through so much, and how much he's changed as a person and as a player is unreal, and it's tough because he's coming into this new team, a new city, where half the fan base isn't really with him and half the fan base is.
Threatening to leave, apparently.
Yeah, some of the fans are, quote-unquote, threatening to burn their terrible towels, which is absurd for any Steelers fan. But, I mean, it is what it is. People have their opinions. And, I just want to touch on one thing real quick. Cameron Hayward, one of the Steelers' linemen, up and coming, he's going to take on a new leadership role with the line. He recently quoted saying, Michael Vick is the best Atlanta Falcon ever. And I honestly can back him up with that. He was a great quarterback when he was with the Falcons. I believe he rushed one season for 777 yards as a quarterback. That's insane. And Cameron Hayward, along with a lot of the Steelers players, do have some confidence in Vic and will back him up as a player and as a person.
That's good. That's what you need on a team. You keep that morale high, keep the leadership strong, and I think that they're supporting him. They got a good thing going on. He brings a different thing to the table than Big Ben does, and I think that'll be a pretty good mix.
Definitely. It'll definitely help us reach that 7th Lombardi.
Now we're going to switch gears a little bit, talk about the New York Mets, and what a year they're having right now. 6.5 games up in the Eastern Division.
6 straight wins.
6 straight wins as well. Last night, they had a big 9-4 win over the Phillies. Bartolo Colon gave them exactly what they needed last night. 7 scoreless innings, 8 strikeouts. Now, the bullpen was on they've been very tired as of late. The 5 past games, they've been doing a lot of work, so this is exactly what they needed.
Of course.
Now, this is not the only thing that has brought them to their recent success. Now, obviously, their pitching has been pretty good throughout the year. Comebacks from Matt Harvey, what a job he's doing.
And what a pickup by the Mets when they got O'Flaherty and Clippard.
Yeah,
wonderful pickups.
Absolutely. And along with that is Cespedes. Cespedes has been a game changer. Since he's joined the team, there's been this newfound confidence in the players. Now, what they're able to do is not only just have Cespedes be a fuel for their offense. What he's able to do, he's come in and he's able to be a good fielder, be a model for everybody else, and his bat has been incredible. And what that does is instills confidence in all the other Mets players. And now, as you can see, they're all producing ever since they got him. And they've been on a tear. They just recently set a record for the most home runs in a month of 40 now, last night.
That's
with
insane.
Mike Kadyr's 2-run homer in the 8th. Now, they haven't done this since 2006. Now, their offense has been completely rejuvenated with Cespedes coming in there. They were going through like a little bit of a slide, and now with him, I think they can really turn it around and make that run to the playoffs.
Of course, and even with the pickup of Juan Uribe, and it's just the whole team morale is up. You see a lot of people fighting for the positions to play because Terry Collins likes to switch up the lineup a lot between catchers with Recker and Darno, and everybody's trying to figure out who's going to play the position this game. And it's nice to see a little bit of competition and a little bit of, palling around who's going to play, who's going to start this game. And it's nice to see that in the Mets clubhouse for once in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, how do you see them fitting into the playoffs here? You think they're going to take that division title home?
As of right now, things are looking good with their 6.5 game lead over Washington. I mean, they got Boston coming to Citi Field in a couple of days.
Yeah, they're finishing up their series with Philly tonight. One more game. We got Nice on the mound. See how he's going to do. Hopefully, he'll have a better start than last time. Continue what Bartolo Colon is bringing.
Of course.
Hopefully, they can continue to dominate in this division at this point. And then they're going to play Boston. See how it goes there.
With the top of the rotation.
Absolutely,
Harvey
which is good
starts
for them. Boston's not doing so hot as of late, but the Mets need to continue rolling, win every game that they need to. Every game is important at this time of the year. We all know that. And it's really important they got David Wright back, and he bounced back immediately, hitting a homer. And Campbell has been a very serviceable backup at this point, but to have your leader, you're like one leader on your team come back and produce right away is fantastic.
It just shows a lot.
Absolutely, and I think that'll carry him to hopefully a playoff position,
we'll
see. Some success.
Well,
so
there's still 1 month left.
Absolutely.
September is a big month in Mets history, especially considering 2008, I believe, or 2009, when they just crashed and burned in the end of the September month.
Yeah,
but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. With those acquisitions and Wright coming back, it should be an interesting month, needless to say.
No question.
So for that news update for your New York Sports Machine, this has been Stephen Pearce
and Alex Fasano.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.